Well, we've got a couple of things going for us in our way in regards to the Fibonacci level and also the moving averages being there. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the Blockchain Backer bringing you the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. And boy, it's a big day for the Ripple XRP price chart because we are on the 50-day and the 200-day moving averages right now, with XRP sitting at about 25.3, 25.4 cents. So we are now on top of this moving average. So let's take a closer look at it and see what we can draw from any of this. So the first thing we'll do is we're going to lay down a Fibonacci analysis on top of this, or Fibonacci retracement analysis on top of this, and see where we are at. So we can see right here that we got a rejection over here at the 0.5, so that 50% Fibonacci retracement level. And right now we are sitting at the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement level. And we also happen to have both of our moving averages coming and crossing at this exact moment in time. Have we ever seen any resistance at this level before? Yes, we have, right back here. So right back here in the middle of January, this was the resistance level that we were not able to get through. And it took about 2 weeks for us to pull back, come back, and break on through it. It's not unreasonable for a resistance to get broken and for a price to come back and meet it at that price to see if it's now a support. So right now we are getting a big deciding moment. Is this level a support now? Well, we've got a couple of things going for us in our way in regards to the Fibonacci level and also the moving averages being there. So the moving averages more so are just indicators and price levels that traders will use to trade on top of. So a lot of buying will usually show up at this price, and then we'll usually see a bounce. So right here is a very, very key level. I will shoot it straight with you. We want to see this level hold right here. This is a Fibonacci level. These are moving averages that are crossing right here. We want to see it hold. Now, if it doesn't hold, do I think that price is just going to crash into oblivion? No, not at all. I still fully believe that this is the bottom right here. Well, if it does crash on through all this stuff, could it potentially come all the way back down to here? Sure it could. But I think we have a much stronger case that this level will actually hold, considering that it is a Fibonacci level and we have our moving averages coming in right there at that particular spot. This morning, I had posted on my Twitter that I'm out of the house this morning, like I had mentioned last week. I'll be back in about 2 hours and then make a video. Otherwise, I'm buying. Last Tuesday, I had to be out of the house in the morning as well, and I'd mentioned that I would be out of the house this morning. I forgot to tell you guys that yesterday, but yep, I was out of the house this morning. So I got my buy-in. I did it at about 25.7 cents is where I made my buy at. Now, one of the comments in here did say, I wish I could always be buying and I was as rich as you are. Well, hey, it's not about how much money you have. It's about how you buy and your mentality on how you buy. Do you buy a lot of small buys, or do you just go all in with all the money you have at one price level, hoping that's going to be the bottom? That's not how I am. That's not how I've ever said I've been. I always accumulate a lot of small buys. So that's what I've been doing. One thing I want to remind everybody too is that I always buy in the red. So everybody who has subscribed to my channel during this time right here, I was buying whenever we would have really big red days and when we were down here. And the last time I had bought was right back here at 18.5 cents. So I had not bought anything in the entire uptrend. Now that we're coming down with these big pullbacks, I'm interested again because we can start seeing that the relative strength is starting to really pull down. We're seeing the 2 hour is an oversold territory. The 1 hour is extremely oversold. So these are the times that I like to be coming in and making my buys, is when the market is scared and when the market is oversold. So let's get this off here. And there it is. This is the big moment, everybody. Will this level hold? I have a lot of faith that it will, just because of the fact that we have two really big indicators showing it. And really, we have three big things, right? So the big one is that we have the Fibonacci level there, we have the moving averages there, and that this was a resistance at one point. So this would be a back test of the resistance to confirm that it is a support. And this was a major resistance. It took after the rejection. It took over 2 weeks for us to get back up and finally break through it with some work to get through. So here we are back at it. And then the moving averages just so happen to line up right at the Fibonacci level, right at the resistance level, at the exact same time. I'm going to bet that it's going to hold, but it is really important that it does hold in order for, short-term price action. If we want to see this thing turn into a bull market, and if we want to see it turn into a bull market quickly, we want to see it hold. And when I say quickly, I'm talking like within the next month or two. If the price did get down below these moving averages and just start kind of grinding out, I would expect we could take months to come back down. There's really no way to know how long that would take to play out. But for the best case scenario for short term to see that we are going to continue in the upward direction, we want to see it hold, and we want to see it hold right now. Now, let me tell you this too, from the zoomed out perspective, I'm not selling. If this thing goes any lower, I'm not selling. I can never reasonably say to myself that, hey, the price has gone down 27%. It's a great opportunity to sell. No way. This is only an opportunity for me to be a buyer. So that's what I'm doing. And if we get even lower prices, I will say, once again, I can't believe that I'm buying XRP at this price. I remember I had tweeted one time. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. On December 22nd, I just FOMO market bought some more XRP at 19.6 cents. So if we get that opportunity again, you can bet you I'll be FOMO buying again. And I know that's hard to think, right? A lot of people like to FOMO buy into the green, but it's not how I am. I FOMO buy into the red because when you're buying into the red and you're buying when things are oversold and everybody's in agreement that we should be selling, well, eventually they're all going to be in agreement that they should be buying again. And that typically doesn't happen at the bottom, that happens at the top. So I always like to buy in the red. And let me just remind you of this as well. Here's the 2014 to 2015 bear market. XRP pulled back 95.5%. In 2018 and 2019, same thing, 95.5%. So I know red is scary to some people, but I don't think of red as scary. I think of it as my buy time. And I hope that you have your mindset in that same way too. That you're not buying when it's in the green and that you're buying it when it's in the red. That's how I operate because in the past I've made those mistakes. That's how it is in the beginning when you're just starting out. You see the green, you expect more green. You see the red, you expect more red. But eventually things reverse, and we do have a strong case for things to reverse right here. We have Fibonacci level, we have moving averages, and this is a previous resistance that is being tested as support. So here we are. XRP has already done a full market correction. Let's check Bitcoin too. In 2014 and 2015, the market cap of Bitcoin fell 83.3%. In 2018 and 2019, the market cap fell 83.5%. So I know there's a lot of worry right there on this little move, but look at it on the grand scheme of things. And just for fun, let's do this one more time. And there you go. There you are. You're doing better than if you had bought down here and you were riding this out. You are still higher than where we were in the past. So when we look over here at a shorter term time frame of XRP and we look at it as it's pulled back and it's on these moving averages and it's on this Fibonacci level, time will tell what it's going to do right here. It looks like it wants to be a support to me. And in the future, when we look back on this chart and we see what was there, it'll be interesting to see what side people were on. Were they on the sell side right there, or were they on the buy side right there? And what did the price do? I think the price is going to hold. That's what I think. But let me just show it to you one final time. This was a resistance right here on January 18th. These are the moving averages crossing and meeting right at that level. The 0.236 Fibonacci retracement level is also there. This is the moment. So I feel like I'm in one of those movies where it's like, this is it. In a world where price met lines, everybody waited in anticipation. but that's kind of where we are at. So let's get through today. Let's see what happens. You guys can follow me over here on Twitter at BCBacker. I probably will be posting more charts on there today just because it is a huge moment. It's hard to really get videos out really fast when big price action happens, so I'll usually post it here on my Twitter page. You can follow me at BCBacker, and that's really going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button to be notified of when I create new content and when I go live. As always, this is not investment advice and I am not a financial advisor, but if you ever need a pick-me-up or a little bit of reassurance, just remember that the blockchain backers got your back. Have a good one.